We've identified there's Housing New Zealand homes. Council do have
Council
homes?
only apply to those within a certain age group for us.
Okay. Yeah.
So they have a specific criteria,
More for
which
senior?
is fine. We've
Are they more senior?
Yes.
Okay, so that's more their criteria.
But we did house before Christmas. One of ours did come into their criteria.
Yes.
So he is, and his story is really interesting because 2 years ago he was probably the most cantankerous, sad, miserable person you could ever meet.
Yeah.
And so almost every second word out of his mouth was F this, F that.
Yeah.
And we went through that housing process, and it took us a long time because we had issues to overcome with him.
Yeah.
But we got him into a council property.
Yeah.
And he will. We check up on him once a week. We take him some food and bread and make sure his cupboards are okay. Make sure that he's managing okay with everything else. He will drop by and visit us.
Yeah.
To let us know that he's doing okay, or if he has an issue, he'll come and let us know.
Yeah.
But now you see him, and he has this huge smile on his face, and he's happy, and every second word is now beauty.
Oh, but you do get that, eh? I've seen it as well.
Yeah.
You do get that people's lives have changed, and how do you show these people like what a difference you're making? And you can only reach so many, but in their lives, you really are making a big difference.
Oh yeah, and it's huge to see that change in them.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's more sociable now. He's so much nicer to be around. People take the time to say hello to him.
Yeah.
Whereas before, when he was on the streets, he was miserable, he was unhappy, and he just hated life.
Oh my goodness. And somebody mentioned to me about Habitat for Housing. Have you heard of them?
I have, but the way I understand they work is that you and your family put in X number of hours to build a house in a certain area, location, etc. And again, they have a criteria which you have to come under.
So because I said I don't think that we would fit under their criteria because there'll be, so it'll be interesting to.
There are not
but
many
it's all
criteria.
that following up. It's trying to follow up with everyone. It's really hard to do, eh? There's so much.
There are not many organisations where the criterias fit our homeless.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it actually needs to be. Not our homeless fit your criteria.
Yeah.
You actually need to fit the homeless criteria.
Yeah.
And that is a completely different ball game, and there's been nothing available here in Rotorua for them, specifically for them, until Love Soup Rotorua came on board.
Yeah.
And we are here 100% for them, for what they want, when they want it and need it. And we provide the most basic of services. And a lot of their issues are really easily solved if someone just took the time.
Yeah, like the lady that I interviewed, she says they just need to listen.
Yeah.
They just need someone to listen.
Because every issue, every problem is not a major. They just don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
But sometimes the answer is incredibly easy.
Yeah, yeah. You'll be surprised, eh?
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting. It's a real eye-opener being amongst the work that you do and meeting with the homeless people.
I
You
think
really learn a lot.
A lot of people who don't believe that we have homeless, when they offer to come and volunteer, and I will let them.
Yeah.
And I will listen to them, and I watch them when they're there, and they are just dumbfounded when they get to see these people and they get to talk to them and understand their stories and hear a bit about their lives, and they walk away with a whole new perception of what it is to be homeless. Yeah. I've had a lot of those people come in just because they've been curious, or they just didn't believe that homeless existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy just to think it doesn't exist when it really does.
Well, they're typically the invisible people.
Yeah.
They're the people that you walk past
and
you just don't know they're there. Yeah,
it's easy just to turn away.
Yeah.
And that's what concerns me, is the ignorance that's being fed out there. These people have ideas on how to end homelessness, but I really do believe that the only way you can really end homelessness is love. It's giving and showing kindness and bringing hope into their lives.
And do something.
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 Stop talking and do some walking. Yeah, because we see too many meetings and not enough action, and you just lose hope.
We probably don't have enough meetings, but we have a lot of action.
Yeah, I know. Same in Tokoroa.
Yeah, and that's the big difference, because there are those like the big organisations out there who talk and talk and talk. We don't do a lot of talking. We do to our people. We do a lot of the walking. We do the actual work. We find out what it is they need and how they need it and how soon.
Absolutely incredible what you've done in the short amount of time that you've been running. Well, it's been almost 2 years now, isn't it? Or was it just over 2 years?
Over 2 years.
Over 2 years you've been helping. Yeah, and you've grown from strength to strength. And in those 2 years you've accomplished probably 100 times more than, you know, a lot of these meetings have put together
we have
done.
We have housed quite a few of our people.
Yeah.
And, you know, we have...
It's good following you on the page.
Also, you know, we've helped to fill up to 60 homes with needed furniture and things that struggling families have needed. And that's on the community side of things, you know. So we keep a balance while our main kaupapa and priority are our homeless and rough sleepers.
But you're also helping the community.
We're also taking care of the community.
Yeah.
So they don't become homeless. Yeah.
I mean, I'm an admin on one of your pages, and I see, you know, you get a lot of people asking for help, and being able to help them is amazing.
Yeah, and it is great.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's where that food comes in, because, yes, we don't do food parcels. We do care packages for when we house our people.
Yeah.
And we're very careful where that food goes to, because it is limited. We don't know when the next lot is coming in.
Yeah.
Donations from Countdown, and we service between 50 and 300 families a day, not a week, a day from this food.
It's amazing.
So, you know, every little bit helps to keep those
You really
people in
need
the community.
help with your transportation, because you do a lot of travelling.
We do a lot of travelling in our own vehicles.
Yeah. Alma's out pretty much all day driving around.
He is. He does a lot of pickups.
Yeah.
Most of the donations that come in regularly, you know, we have Countdown every day, sometimes twice a day, once for bakery and then for fruit and veggies in the afternoon. We